Unexpected Helper, a Nightberry story by SpiritWolfNura. Chapter 5, Welcome Home. Nightmare brought Blue to his own personalized room.
I'll be just down the hall if you need me. Get settled in first.
Blue smiled at Nightmare tiredly. Thank you so much for doing this. Nightmare inclined his head softly and melted in the shadows silently. Blue took a look around for the moment of peace. Black marble floor, purple-scented walls, a giant satin-weave bed colored blue and black, and a TV on the wall. He had to wonder if he could watch Xxtha while he was here. Wowzers. He shook his head and started unpacking his clothes and separating them into a large, dark wood wardrobe dresser. Nightmare really went all out on this place. The bedroom even had its own separate bathroom for his NTT products and other necessities. Blue could get used to this. The only dampener was the heavy negativity that was to be expected from Nightmare's place. That would take a lot of getting used to, since he was so used to being around Dream all the time. I shouldn't be thinking about him. This is my vacation. Blue grumbled. Now that he was mostly unpacked, he should find Nightmare. Even the door to his bedroom was large and extravagant as he pushed it open and into the dark halls. You've got to be kidding. He's here? But he's the enemy. Blue followed Dust's voice to the open space throne room.
Blueberry is more in common with us than you think. If any of you try to harm him, I'll harm you.
Nightmare hissed, tentacles curling and unfurling. You know I trust your judgment, Nightmare. The enemy sands will not be harmed. Killer promised. Blue had to grit his teeth, the unfamiliar feeling of annoyance bubbling in his soul. Was this because of Nightmare's influence all around him? Most likely.
Dust. He's not our enemy. Not right now. He's our ally.
Dust growled, crossing his arms. This is bullshit. What are we here for if not to murder those who stand in our way? Horror rumbled, shaking his head.
It will matter as long as I get my payment to the end.
Dust whirled on him in anger. That's all you fucking care about is your damn food, and it's annoying as fuck. Blue growled to himself as he decided to finally join the others' conversation. Frankly, what's bullshit is your attitude. Who gives a fuck if he's food motivated? Blue tilted his head up, staring at Dust defiantly. He honestly looked shocked. Hell, Blue was shocked with himself. Nightmare gave a contentedly amused sigh like he was taking in a breath of fresh air.
I'm glad you decided to join us for a few days, Blue. I promise this will be good for you. As I'm sure you've already noticed, my negativity will amplify yours considerably. You'll be seeing things in a more negative light here. Let me know when you're ready to go back. Otherwise, what's mine is yours.
Nightmare gestured a hand around the place with his usual devilish grin. I gotta be honest, I'm not sure what to think about the seeing things in a negative light thing, but if it's for the best, Blue replied uneasily.
I understand your concerns, but tell me, how does your soul feel?
Blue paused at this thought. It doesn't hurt as much. Nightmare nodded in satisfaction.
That, Blueberry, is my job.
As the king stood up, the other three quickly backed off.
To balance out Dream's positivity with my negativity. Since you weren't letting the negativity in, the balance within you is off. That is why you are here, to fix your balance.
Nightmare patted Blue's shoulder.
Do you understand now, Blueberry?
Blue nodded as he sifted through this new information. Blue. You can just call me Blue. He told Nightmare without really thinking about it.
Well then, welcome home, Blue.
Chapter 6. Get to Know. Nightmare watched Blue as he interacted with the boys and explored his home. He was relaxing and fitting in a lot quicker than he expected. But he was glad for that, for the most part. Everyone was getting along. Dust was still Dust, but he seemed a bit more willing to accept Blue after the little guy snapped on him. Nightmare sighed quietly. It was truly too bad that Dream didn't see the potential in Blue that Nightmare did. He was a very nice guy and cared more about others. That was the reason why he was in this mess in the first place. Nightmare had been intrigued since day one, and now he was certain he was interested in Blue. Of course, first it was only about increasing his power, but over time, as he tried and tried to get Blue to give in to negativity, he found himself admiring Blue's determination. He wanted to know more. That's why he invited Blue here, not only to help him, though that was his main objective, but also to get to know him. Blue could learn about Nightmare too. Maybe then he could forget about Dream, who didn't care, and get together with Nightmare. That is, if the Gooptopus got lucky in his decisions.
So, how's your stay so far?
Nightmare teleported beside Blue as he headed to the living room. Dust wants to kick my ass in training tomorrow, so I'm going to show him what I'm made of. Blue giggled and made a show of cracking his knuckles.
I must admit, I am curious to see how strong you are, seeing as you've always been more of the support.
Nightmare admitted, I'm kind of curious about you too, since I've always known you as the enemy. Blue laughed awkwardly, rubbing the back of his neck. Nightmare perked a bit.
Really?
Blue nodded. Yeah, you can ask about me too, okay? Nightmare's usually devilish smile widened.
Sure, Blue. I'm an open book.
Blue's eyelids became excited stars. What did your passive form look like? Nightmare froze with the sudden intrusive question.
What?
Blue nearly panicked. What? I'm so sorry. Dream had told me his side of your story, and I... Nightmare sighed and smiled again.
Oh, it's fine. You simply caught me off guard. I can show you sometime, if you'd like, that is.
Blue's sockets widened in surprise. You can still... Nightmare hummed an affirmative.
I can, I just don't like it too often. Now then, how'd you come to learn about the multiverse and join my brother's little group?
Blue smiled wide before it fell. It started when a certain glitchy skeleton took me from my world because he was bored and misunderstood. While I was having a grand old time learning about the multiverse from Error, my brother was in a panic and caught Dream and Ink's attention. One thing led to another, and they saved me from Error. They thought I was very strong for being with Error for so long without getting hurt. They kind of invited me over, and I joined the Star Stances from there. Nightmare raised a brow.
Aaron never told me about this.
Oh, that's because I requested he tell no one. I didn't want him to get in trouble for being my friend. Likewise, the Star Stances and my brother don't know either. He's been pretty busy lately, though, so we haven't been able to hang out for a while. Blue looked down to the ground. I was hoping to see him here, actually. Maybe later. He then looked to Nightmare. You can by all means say no, but can you tell me your side of Dreamtale? Nightmare paused again in consideration, before smiling softly.
Well, my story begins when a long time ago there was a tree and two brothers guarded it, though I presume you already know